This is the Holy Bible channel that unites the stories of our Lord Jesus Christ. Join me in uniting His stories on earth. And finally, I have a question, and you might be one of the winners of our annual promo. Your watching, sharing and subscribing to our channel is a great contribution for our assisted students until they finish their studies. Let's go. The Last Supper. A story from the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, and Luke in which Jesus shares a final meal with His disciples before His crucifixion and teaches them about the meaning of His impending death. The Last Supper is a story from the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, and Luke in which Jesus shares a final meal with His disciples before His crucifixion and teaches them about the meaning of His impending death. The story takes place in Jerusalem, during the time of the Jewish festival of Passover. According to the Gospels, Jesus knew that His time on earth was coming to an end and that He would soon be arrested and crucified. He gathered His 12 disciples together for a final meal, which we now call the Last Supper. During the meal, Jesus told His disciples that one of them would betray Him. This caused great distress among the disciples, and they began to question who it could be. Jesus then took bread, blessed it, and broke it, telling His disciples that it represented His body, which would be broken for them. He also took a cup of wine, blessed it, and passed it around, saying that it represented His blood, which would be poured out for them. Jesus explained that His death was necessary to fulfill the prophecies of the Hebrew Bible and to provide a way for people to be reconciled with God. He instructed His disciples to remember Him whenever they ate bread and drank wine, as a symbol of His sacrifice. After the meal, Jesus and His disciples went to the Garden of Gethsemane, where He prayed and was eventually betrayed by Judas Iscariot, one of His disciples. He was then arrested and taken before the Jewish high priests and the Roman governor, Pontius Pilate, who sentenced Him to be crucified. The Last Supper is a poignant moment in the story of Jesus, as it represents His final moments with His disciples before His death. It is a reminder of His love and sacrifice for humanity and a call to remember Him always in the breaking of bread and the drinking of wine. How God created the universe. The creation of the earth is described in the book of Genesis in the Old Testament of the Bible. According to this account, God created the earth and everything in it in 6 days, resting on the seventh day. The account states that, on the first day, God created light and separated it from darkness. On the second day, God created the sky and separated the waters above from the waters below. On the third day, God created dry land and vegetation. On the fourth day, God created the sun, moon, and stars to mark seasons and days. On the fifth day, God created sea creatures and birds. On the sixth day, God created land animals and humans. In this account, God is described as speaking everything into existence. He declares that everything He creates is good, and after creating humans, He declares that His creation is very good. It's important to note that the creation account in Genesis is often interpreted in different ways by different people, and there are various debates about how it should be understood. Some people interpret the account literally, while others view it as a metaphorical or symbolic representation of the creation of the universe. Regardless of how one interprets the creation account in Genesis, it serves as a reminder of God's power and creativity in bringing the world into being. It also emphasizes the importance of stewardship and care for the earth and its creatures, as God entrusted humans with the responsibility of caring for His creation. This is the question this story is about? Just comment your answer. Don't forget to share and subscribe. Thank you.